I know you have a lot of questions about studying and living in Korea and securing scholarships, and you don't even know where to begin. Like, your mind is all foggy right now because you can't find the right information on the internet. Relax, take a breather because this video we're going to be answering some of your queries, and also I have with me a guest speaker who happens to be a GKS scholar, and she's going to be sharing all our tips and ideas and experiences, and we're going to be picking some brains. So sit back, grab a book and a pen, your eyes glued to the screen, your ears paying attention, and picking all the wisdom she's going to be dropping today. And also, do not forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content because this helps this channel grow. And it's your girl, Vickkymama. See you. Vickkymama! Let's welcome. Ta-da! Can you introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Faiza and I'm from Ethiopia.
Yeah, Ethiopia, Sarah. Nice to meet you, and thank you for agreeing to do this. So, as an icebreaker, I'm just gonna be asking you like a fire question. So whatever comes into your head, just what's your MBTI?
INFJ.
INFJ? Do you guys know what MBTI is? It's like personality test, mostly used in Korea. INFJ. Wow. You are organized, idealistic, insightful. Can you guess mine? Do you think I'm an I or an E?
I think you're an E.
What? Because I'm a YouTuber?
I guess.
I'm an I.
Really?
I'm a super duper I. I'm an INTJ. So we are almost like, maybe that's how we get along. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, another question. Coffee or tea?
T on the way.
But what is this?
It's vanilla latte, I know, but tea.
Yeah, okay. Okay, if you could be transformed into one animal, which would it be and why?
Lion.
Why?
Because I'm shy and I want to be powerful.
Wait, what's your sign?
Sign. What does that
You
mean?
know, like Taurus, Leo,
I don't know that stuff.
Oh, I'm a Leo, so I'm a lion. So
Okay. I don't know that.
I'll give you some. You're in South Korea, right?
Yeah.
So why did you move to South Korea?
For me, I've always loved Korea because I grew up watching Korean dramas. But most importantly, I was looking for a scholarship, and I was looking all over. I was looking for US scholarships, Europe scholarships, and I happened to find this GKS scholarship on a certain scholarship site. And yeah,
You mentioned GKS. So what is GKS? Like the food?
so GKS is the Global Korean Scholarship. It's provided by the Korean government to international students.
So what do you think of the GKS scholarship? Why are we laughing? See? That's the answer there.
It's the best scholarship there is in Korea. It's highly prestigious and it's very nice.
Yeah, so it's highly recommended. Okay. So, speaking of the GKS, what are like the benefits of why is it a good one? What are the benefits?
So your tuition fee is paid for completely, and for graduate students you get 1 million per month, and also if you have TOPIK more than TOPIK 5, you get an additional 100,000. That means
One
like
time, right? Not every month.
every month, but like starting after the end of the language course.
Wow.
So every month you will get
Extra 100,000.
100,000 apart from that.
Oh, now I see why people are trying to get the topic 5 or 6. Oh, nice. Okay. So, you get 1 million. 1 million is like the stable amount. Yeah. You get 1 million, and how about accommodation, like living expenses? Do you think it's enough?
That's more than enough, in my opinion.
So,
Because like depending on which city you are in, of course, but the amount you have to pay for accommodation might vary. So for me, when I was in language school, I stayed in the dormitory, and we only had to pay 150,000 per month.
come on.
Per month, yeah.
So, okay. Does that include feeding or just the dormitory?
Just the dormitory.
So how about feeding? What did you
You
do?
have to take care of it by yourself since you get.
So what's like the rough amount for a month feeding?
I'd say around 300,000, no more than that.
So with accommodation, let's say going to 500 a month, 500,000 a month out of 1 million.
Yeah.
So you still have about less than 500-ish to yourself.
Yeah, but that was when I was living in the dormitory. When I got my own room, I would say the medium amount is 300,000 per room. Okay, so 300,000 for food, around 600,000, and there are utility fees. But still, it's more than enough, let's say.
That for me, I don't think it's more than enough. I just think it's okay. And depends on like you said, like the city you stay in. If you stay in Seoul is expensive. So if you stay in like countryside, then you have more money to save. But if you stay in like big cities, you have less money to save. And also, if you're thinking of renting an apartment in Korea, they have a deposit fee.
Oh, yeah.
It depends. So that scares people away because, like in Seoul, I think the minimum is about 2 million or 3 million won deposit. So that's why it's advised if you're a foreigner and you're new to a country as a student, it's better to stay in the dorm and settle in first and figure out what is best for you before you move out. Because dorm is cheaper, and there you make friends that speak the same language as you. So if you had gotten scholarships in other places, would you have gone instead of Korea?
I would have weighed my options, obviously. But while I got the scholarship, I also got a scholarship in the US. But since this one was better, that's why I chose the Korean scholarship.
So you're a student. You got the scholarship for masters or PhD? Or
Masters.
So that's GKS-G.
Yes, the graduate scholarship.
So how is studying in Korea so far? Overwhelming or?
It has its own ups and downs, I would say. At first it was a steep learning curve, but since I know Korean to a certain level, it was fine for me.
Okay,
But
we're gonna talk about that. Keep talking.
for anyone who doesn't know Korean, I think using Korean classes it might be a bit hard. But for me, it was fine. It was fun to level.
Did you hear, guys? She said she knows Korean. So can you speak to us in Korean? Like,
What do you want me to say?
I love coffee. Even if you say you don't like coffee.
Which way?
Which one?
맛있어서. 맛있어서 좋아해요.
What year did you get the scholarship?
So I was 2020 GKS Scholar. I got here in August 2020, and I did the Korean language course for a year. For those of you who don't know about the GKS Scholarship, you have to do the language course for a year, and then you are supposed to do your graduate course if it's master's for 2 years, if it's PhD for 3 years, and if it's an undergraduate for how long your course takes. But you have to do the Korean language first. And I graduated on 2021 from my Korean language course, and then I did my master's for 2 years, and I graduated last summer.
Congratulations, graduate. Latest graduate in town. So you said studying in Korea has its ups and downs. So when it's in the downside, how do you really stress? Like family's away, you're far away from home. So what do you do?
That's a good question. So my hobbies is watching Korean dramas and variety shows.
I'm gonna stop you because every time I ask her, are you watching movies? She's like, I don't watch movies. So what are you saying? You're like opposing everything. Are you a paradox? I like tea. She's drinking coffee. I don't watch movies. K-drama is what I watch.
I used to watch Korean dramas, but now my course is a bit hectic, so I don't have time for them. But I do watch variety shows here and there, although I'm not an avid watcher. And I sleep.
Sleep. Like there is time for sleep.
Yeah.
You just have to create time out of no time. Otherwise, your body will just collapse. So we need rest. Especially in graduate school, you're doing many things at the same time. You have your classes, you have your research work, and everyone needs your devoted attention at the same time. So it's like you just have to create time. You have to create time like a social time for yourself. Like weekends, like if possible, take weekends out and go out with friends, unwind before the next weekday. Okay? And find an hobby. Like I'm a YouTuber, I think I find pleasure in it. So like that's like my escape zone. When I'm stressed, I just pick up my camera. Okay, let me talk to you guys. So you guys subscribe, okay? So you were in the language school for 1 year, right? Could you just walk us through what happens behind in language school for those who are curious to know, like the classes, the duration, and when are you asked to take the topic and everything.
So for us, I think during the COVID time, so at first we were supposed to take online classes. So before even starting the class, we were supposed to take like a level test so that they know, because even though we are here in Korea for the first time, some of us might be middle level or highly advanced. So like, even those who don't have topic might be in an advanced class. So we were supposed to take a level test, and according to our level test, they assigned us two classes, and then we took classes. Like our class were supposed to be from, I think it was 9 to 1, and after we finish our class, we can have a free time. But we had homework.
So you had classes for 4 hours every day.
Yeah, we had break time in the middle, of course. 10 minutes after every 15 minutes. But yeah.
So like at what stage are you asked to take the first topic, or how many topics are you like?
So for the whole year, you can get 2 free topics to take from NIED site where you are not supposed to take, but you can take topics as many times as you want, as long as you pay for it. But for the 2 times, it's free for you.
So what did you get in the first topic?
I got topic 5.
Guys, she's a Tok accent. And the next topic, what did you get?
I still got 5.
Almost the highest. So that means you got the is it Beckman? Shimon?
Yeah.
The Shimon one, right?
Yeah,
Shimon one.
100,000.
So you get 100,000 if you get topic 5 or 6. So if you don't get up to that, then you don't get the extra money. Okay. Is the language classes intense? Do you think someone that has zero knowledge about Korean, you think it's possible for them to? Because people are worried that they don't know Korean. How are they gonna survive? Or yeah.
Yes, it might be hard, but unless you are like, how do I say it? Unless you are exposed to Korean and unless you overcome that step, it will be hard for you to learn. So all of our classes, even for the beginner ones, everything was in Korean, no English at all. It was zero English. But I think only 1 or 2 people failed to get the topic 3 by the end of the year.
Oh my gosh, what happens to such people?
It depends on the university you go to. So as long as you talk with your university. So I think the grade you have to get for topic 3 is 120 from 300. And if you get more than 85 and you communicate that to your school, you will still be able to go to your university. But it depends on your university even.
Yeah, because on the guideline, they said to pick 3 or 4. Well, it depends on university, but most universities 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people are worried that what if I don't get to pick like the requirements before 1 year elapses? What do I do? Like even if I report to the school and they don't accept. That means I have to go back to my country.
I think you are able to extend 6 months so that you are able to get topic 3 before going back home. But even that extension is possible if you get more than 85%. And if you get more than 85, even if you don't get that extension, if you are able to communicate with your school and your school is fine with it, like say for example if your classes are in English, it wouldn't matter if you get a topic 3 or more because all your courses are going to be in English. So again, it depends on your school and that 85 grade also matters. But everyone will be able to do it unless you don't put on the effort that you are expected to. You'll be able to do it. I know some people who had zero Korean knowledge and they came to Korea and by the end of the year they had topic 5.
So it's just rare cases where people don't get the meet the requirements.
Yeah.
So you're good. Don't be scared. She's a living proof. So since she's here, you can be in. So now, when do you think is the best time to start preparing for GKS? Like,
I think a month or so in advance because again it depends on your country. But in my country it takes a while to authenticate your documents and all. So it's better to have it prepared in advance. So a month in advance will be an idea.
what documents do I need for the GKS-G? That's what you applied for, right?
Yeah.
So what document did you submit?
So the main documents are your school transcripts, your graduate certificates, any experiences that you have, any certificates that you think will increase your acceptance.
Could you share what exactly you submitted, like the process? So you submitted your degree, your transcript. So what extra certificate, like extracurricular certificate, did you submit?
So I was involved in female training when I was in campus. So I had certificates for that. I also did Scratch programming training for, I think was it with USA or something. I also
What's the programming, right?
yes, Scratch programming because it's connected to my.
Yeah. So what course did you apply for?
I did electrical and computer engineering for my bachelor's, and for my master's I applied for computer science.
Okay. So are you saying like you must submit extracurriculars that matches with your proposed major?
Yes, and anything you think it would increase your acceptance.
So you only submitted the Scratch certificate and the female training
Female
certificate.
training, and also I think was it when I was third year or second year, there was a training, a Photoshop training organized by my university and people from KAIST. If you don't know KAIST is a very big university in Korea, one of the top universities, and students from KAIST came to our country to train us Photoshop. I also took that training.
So you included
So
it.
I included that.
So you already have like something from Korea, right? Was it shown like KAIST?
Yeah.
So you had like, okay.
Yeah. And I also took some online Korean courses from Coursera.
Coursera,
Yes. So there was this course given by Yonsei University, Learn Korean. And
Step-by-step Korean or something.
yes.
Okay, so what other document? Did you do a language test exam?
I didn't do the TOPIK exam, but I had taken like Korean language course in Coursera, online Korean language course. I took one provided by Yonsei University. I also included that certificate. And I took the IELTS test.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What was your score? Was it like?
I got 7.5. So I
So that's all the documents.
yes.
Okay.
Any certificates that I had.
That is relevant towards your prospective major, or you think would help you stand out, include them. So those will be in your supplementary documents, because the main document is your degree transcript and personal statement, your birth certificate, and so on. Okay. So could you shed more light on what do you think stood you out in your essays, like your personal statement? Could you summarize what you wrote, like?
I don't know what made me stand out, but like whenever I write an essay or personal statement, I tend to have like a storyline. So it should not be, I took this, I got this, and I had this kind of experience, not that way, but like your personal statement should have kind of like a story flow where you say, for example, my approach was like I've always wanted to be a scientist, and that's was why I chose my undergrad course, and that's why I chose to study electrical and computer engineering. And when I did that, I had the privilege of like doing an internship in a certain AI company, and I got that experience. And
Did you have a certificate to back that up?
yeah, like all the Scratch programming certificates and everything was from that. And after that, I did this for my undergrad thesis, and then I got this kind of grade, and this led me to apply to this company. And at this company, I did this kind of research, and that research like triggered passion in me to do more for my masters, and that was why I chose my masters course, and why I chose Korea as well, because it's one of the technologically advanced countries in the world, and that would help me to gain as much knowledge as I can. So basically, kind of having like a
Storyline.
Yeah.
Make sure each sentences connect to the next one.
Yeah.
So, and also, like the GKS always asks, who is your inspiration or motivation? So, did you mention someone or not?
Not a specific someone, but like my parents have always been my inspiration in this kind of line. And also, there is a line where they ask you for the objective of coming to Korea, and there I think it's very advantageous if you add a little knowledge that you have about Korean. So for me, what I added was, and it's the truth, I have always been impressed by the Sanbei-Hubei relationship that Koreans have.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was, I don't know, that impressed me about their culture. So I added that in the section where it says what I plan to do from Korea.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
I plan to get from Korea.
Yeah, that's the personal statement. Then we have the study plan. So what did you put in the study plan? Like the language study plan, let's start with that.
So to start off, I said my two main objectives for coming to Korea is to learn the language and also to gain my master's. So for the language, I've said I've been watching documentaries and Korean dramas growing up, and I'm familiar with the culture. And I've also taken online courses, as I said.
So did you tailor it down? Like, okay, like what I'm like language study plan. What's your plan in the language school? Like, did you put it like this period I'm gonna be doing this? This period.
Not specifically.
You just wrote
Yes.
without.
I've always been doing this. And I plan to continue doing so, and I plan to have the same passion going forwards.
So what did you write in your study plan? That's where you begin your major.
That also like not a very detailed plan. I just stated that I plan to better my mathematical acumen, because that's very important for computer science, and I plan to read as much papers as I can so that I will be of good input to the research community and also to the GKS community.
Did you write a research plan?
No.
No, okay.
But there is another section where they ask you for your short-term and long-term plan, and you will say. So for me, I said for my short-term plan is just to get my master's and do as many projects as I can in computer science and like give back to the community that helped me get this opportunity. And for my long-term plan, I said I wanted to do this kind of research in this kind of company, more detailed one than my short-term.
Okay, that's nice. So, could you talk on your recommendation letter? How many did you submit?
You are required to submit two recommendation letters.
So, where did you get yours from? From your previous professors or?
So one was from my previous school. Yeah, from my there was this lecturer who was really kind for us, and he would write us many recommendation letters for us as we wanted. So one was from him, and the other was from my boss.
So you can get recommendation from outside your school, right?
I think you're required to get one from your school and one from your workplace if you are working.
So if you're not working, two from the school.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Thanks for the info. And so what? Okay. GKS has two tracks: the embassy track and university track. So which one did you apply for, and why?
I applied for the embassy track because they have many quotas compared to the university track. And also the chance of you getting the embassy track is better because for the university track you only have one chance. You get accepted to one university or not. But for the embassy track you can get accepted up to 3 universities and you can choose from them. And even if you don't get accepted, you still have it's 1/3 chance instead of putting all of your eggs on one chance. So I chose the embassy track.
So which universities did you pick?
The first one was Iwa.
Iwa Women.
Okay. The second one was Gyeongsang, and the third one was university.
Okay.
So my plan was, so there's this thing, type A and type B universities in the GKS. Type A universities are the really top ones, and the type A universities are considerably good, but not like the type A ones. So I wanted to increase my chance of acceptance, so I chose 2 type Bs and 1 type A.
Smart decision. Okay. I know you guys want to go to like SNU, Yonsei. Everyone wants to go there, but do not just look at the facts. If you know you don't have what it takes to go there, in order not to lose your chance, because GKS is once a year, so just it's better to choose more of type B's university than type A, so that you have a higher chance of getting in.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to graduate school, it all comes down to your research capabilities and what you are able to offer. So of course, the school name is important. Of course, that's a reality we can't deny. But I think it all comes down to your own potential at the end of the day. So as long as you give in the effort that you are expected to, and as long as you do your best, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So if your plan just get that distinction in the first place, like is your plan to come to Korea or is your plan to get into the
Top schools.
yeah?
So make sure you decide. If it's to come to Korea, suggest you should choose type B's. If it's top schools, then you have to make sure you stand out. Like be extraordinary. Like take extra courses like certifications that would make you stand out. Make sure you write a great personal statement. Did you have someone to help you preview your personal statement, or you just wrote it by yourself and submitted?
I wrote it by myself, and I had a boss. I asked her to review it for me, and she gave me some ideas.
Yeah, so get a fresh pair of eyes to review your work, because you looking at it, you won't see the flaw. That's the reason I founded Vickkymama Consulting, to guide you on your journey to study in Korea. Consider hiring my services to enhance your chances of acceptance. So if you get a fresh pair of eyes, they'll give you more ideas and show you some mistakes that could make you improve. And there are a lot of tools out there like Grammarly, where you can check your grammatical errors and so on. Did you like reach out to a professor before applying? Because I heard graduate school you have to find a supervisor. So is that the same case for GKS?
It's the same case for GKS, but in my specific case, I didn't need to because I'm an embassy track.
So embassy is not compulsory, but university track you have to.
University track, yeah.
Okay, so in your essays, did you mention the 3 universities in the essay?
Not on the essay. There is a part where you have to write the university that you have chosen.
But not on the essay.
Not on the essay.
So in the essays, you just say, like in the study plan, how are you going to write it if it's 3 universities? Like I know for university track, you can tailor it down. Like okay, I chose this course, this university course, but now that it's 3 universities, so how would you play it fair?
So for me, I just mentioned Korea in general.
Okay. So just mention Korea, just say Korean universities. Do not, if you're choosing an embassy track, do not mention any, like, because it's 3 options. So if you mention just one, the other 2 universities will not. Yeah, it's like you're choosing them as plan B. So just say Korean universities. So now that you've been in Korea, did it meet your expectation? Like you're out of the K-drama world, right? This is reality, so did it meet your expectation? Or did you even have any expectation in the first place?
I think I'm mature or big enough to differentiate reality from K-drama. Of course, you have some expectations coming here because that's what I've been seeing.
Yeah. You've been living in Korea for going to 3 years now. So what's like the major cultural shock for you?
The first cultural shock for me was how much they smoked. Everyone literally in the streets smokes. So that was a big shock for me. Because they don't show it in the K-dramas. It's not.
Yeah, in K-dramas they show like more of drinking in the weekends. Well, that's true though. That's true. So how do foreigners survive in Korea? Like, there's no family, there's no friends. So how? Are there like groups or community or what?
Yeah, there are communities. For me specifically, as I told you, like there is the language course that we are supposed to do before joining the undergraduate course, and during that time you are able to meet people from all over. So that community is going to be they are going to be your friends throughout your.
Yeah, so GKS brings people together, brings people from different country together. So that's like the benefit because I'm not a GKS scholar. So I think I'm lacking in that aspect because you guys are together, like GKS scholar will be together for 1 year in the language school. So you guys have made such bonds before you guys go to your various universities to begin your major. But for me, I just went right into my major, so I didn't really know much about Korean, like the language, so it was a struggle. So GKS is like a best, I think it's the best scholarship in Korea.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's the best. So yeah, so
And also there's church.
yeah, church. There is also groups like we have the Nigerian groups. You guys have Ethiopian groups.
Yes, I'm not active, but yeah.
I'm not active too. I just read the messages. Yeah, so there are a lot of groups where you can feel home away from home. Yeah, like you definitely need to have a support system. Otherwise, Coco. So if you have any questions or comments, let's have a chat in the comment section. We're going to be answering them. And share this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, until next time. Bye.